Like we're in for a good summer after quite a few poor ones. What would your top tips be for people to enjoy the sun safely?
Well, three things. First of all, wear some good loose-fitting clothing, and if necessary a hat if you are spending a lot of time in the sun. Put on some suntan lotion and make sure you've got plenty of water. And there's several reasons for that. The first thing for loose-fitting clothing is it lets air circulate around your body, it lets your sweat evaporate, and you're not feeling tight and hot and heating up. So loose-fitting cool clothing is a really good idea. Secondly, the suntan lotion. Making sure that you don't burn, making sure that you have enough protection factor can be really important to protect you against skin cancer, or if you're not quite used to the sun, just for the first few days. And a hat obviously will help you with some shade and actually will allow you to kind of stay fairly cool. Third thing about water is it's really important to keep yourself hydrated so that you're replacing fluids you might lose through sweat, and you can help yourself stay cool. So those three tips will be the kind of crucial things to help you cope with sun. Also staying out of the sun for long periods of time. We shouldn't be too afraid of the sun, but we should take enough precautions so that we enjoy it safely, so that we can have a good time and not damage ourselves. And if we learn from our Spanish and Italian cousins, that's what they do. Not only do they make sure they wear a kind of appropriate clothing, but when they're really enjoying the sun, they will put suntan oil on or suntan lotion. Another important thing is if your house gets too hot, taking some lessons out of what they do. So firstly, making sure that you can keep your blinds or curtains closed, so especially if your windows are in full glare of the sun. That can actually reduce the temperature during the hottest parts of the day. And if you're in, you keep your blinds down and perhaps open a window. That can really help, especially if you're finding the sun too oppressive. And some people with heart disease or older people or very young children, if you want them to stay out of the sun and stay reasonably cool, a fan, the blinds down and the window open actually can reduce the temperature in your house by as much as 4 to 5 degrees.
So it's not too soon to begin putting into practice some of these measures that you suggested?
No, I mean, get yourself ready for summer. Most people get themselves ready for summer by, buying some new outfits and planning what they're going to do. Well, it's easy to actually plan what you're going to buy, plan what you're going to do, and actually plan how you're going to cope with the heat so that you really enjoy being outdoors in the sun, but actually you're not suffering from it. Never too soon to be doing these things. Long-term, lengthy exposure to sun without any form of protection does increase your risk of skin cancer, and actually skin damage, and the signs of ageing are visible if you see people who kind of spend a lot of time in the sun. A bronzed, tanned look is not as healthy as people think it is.